Ladies and gentlemen, we have something a little bit different today, so I thought it would be fun to actually do an Alliance War video on the free-to-play account. I decided to record all of my fights with my all-star Alliance War team at the moment, which is a 3-star Iceman. We got a rank 3 Unawakened Scarlet Witch, and we also have a rank 1 5-star Luke Cage. So I thought, you know, for shits and giggles, we're in tier 4 at the moment in Alliance War. This is legitimate tier 4 Alliance War, so I thought, you know, we could show how a little bit of skill and a little bit of strategy when it comes to planning out some of the fights actually goes quite a long way. So yeah, this is a video not really focused on endgame Marvel Contest of Champions, but kind of just a fun little commentary video. That first fight was super easy though, it was just a Falcon face roll. But however, it starts to get a little bit more interesting here when we have a Miles Morales that we're going up against. Now, we're going to use Iceman for this fight, because Iceman with his Cold Snap, we don't have him awakened, so we don't have the evade counter from the start, so I have to play a little bit carefully here, and you might see, I don't think I'm playing too hesitant at all, actually, going quite in there. But with evade champions, you've always got to be on the ball, incredibly on the ball there. We just managed to react to that evade quite quickly and just swipe back, get out of there, because that's what you need to do. You need to be ready with the block or the swipe back when the evade comes. And I think we got quite lucky on some of the special ones. We fired that one off, he didn't evade that, so now we have Cold Snap on the Miles Morales. Go for the triple evade there, being all suave when fighting that boy. So yeah, we're just going in, hammering away. Again, our Cold Snap has just fallen off now. We got to evade a special one. I slightly mess up there, and we get a web shot to the face, but it's okay. And I used the just one hit and then the special one. It would have probably been a little bit better just to immediately use the special one, because I can also see that this Miles Morales has some sort of mastery set up where he's invested quite a bit in the reduced stun duration. I reckon he's got about 4 or 5 points in it, because the parry stuns are just so incredibly quick. They're kind of dissipating on barely the second hit there. So that's always something to kind of look out for when you're fighting evade champions, especially if you're using parry quite a bit, is just try and figure out, you know, how long that stun is and how much room you have to go in. So yeah, we mess up quite a bit there, got into an evade, he goes straight into a special one, but it's not too detrimental. The Ice Armor absorbed one of the biggest impacts there, so it wasn't a huge detriment, and we're kind of just keeping up the tempo here, keeping on the Cold Snap. So at this point, just trying to bait out the special 2 quickly before we can go in for a final combo and finish that boy off. And there we go, pop, he's down. The Iceman's taken about, it's roughly about 35% of his health is damaged there, so he's a little bit chiseled. So those were the 2 fights recorded yesterday evening. Quite an easy start to this Alliance War, but some of the interesting stuff happens today where we go for the mini-boss kill. And I see the mini-boss's cable on the regeneration node, so my only really good option for dealing with that is the Scarlet Witch, because the regeneration, I've been informed by my Alliance members, is about 500 per tick, and Scarlet Witch can nullify on crits. So that's the reason in this matchup we decided to go with the Iceman, because I know I don't really need Iceman for much more. So I decide we've got the Limber Cosmic node, and we're just going to go in here. Luckily, we're fighting a 4, who's a fairly easy opponent, but, you know, with every parry, the stun is just getting significantly shorter and shorter. And I think this person also had quite a few points in reduced stun duration as well. It seems a bit of a common theme in the alliance that we are fighting today, to bolster up on that to make it a little bit more tricky, which, to be honest, in the lower tiers of Alliance War, for again a good defense mastery setup, it's a pretty good idea, because a lot of people, you know, outside of tier 1 and tier 2 just rely so heavily on parry. Even in tier 1, a lot of people, you know, really do need parry, myself included. I mean, I'm not always the most perfect interceptor out there, so yeah, it's very useful. But I do cock up a few times during this encounter. I think I've already cocked up once and taken a few round of hits, because I kind of thought that I could get in on a parry where I couldn't. It's just way too short now, but luckily we've learned that lesson, so I'm just baiting out a heavy attack here and kind of trying to weave in baiting out the heavy attacks with getting him to use as many special ones as possible. But just in hindsight, to kind of, you know, take a little bit less damage overall, I think I could have started off with a little bit of a clearer strategy, just to continually bait out the special ones and push him to that power level. But hey, he went down without too much trouble. So, next up, we have probably my favorite fight that I've ever done in Alliance War, and it's on the Flare node. So the Flare node, if you're not familiar with it, it gives you a 300% attack increase, so phenomenally increase to your attack, but simultaneously it degenerates 100% of your maximum health over 60 seconds, so if you don't have regen and you don't kill the enemy in 60 seconds, you're pretty much dead. So I decided, because we didn't have any other fight to use the Luke Cage on, this is your boy's time to shine, and my gosh, he, you know, he did alright here. He's hitting very, very hard, but any champion can have this, this phenomenal damage increase, against, SpiderMan. I kind of see what they've gone for on this node, because, you know, SpiderMan's a bit of a long and tricky enemy to fight, but Luke Cage, you know, he's just the best goddamn champion in the game. He ain't even settling for that. 25 seconds, your boy's down, he's KO'd, he's on the floor. Luke Cage is making that victory pose. So yeah, Luke Cage, best champion confirmed, right here, right now. Okay, so everything so far, you know, it hasn't been like an insane challenge, but now we have the mini-boss. So we have almost a 17,000 power index cable to go up against. A 4-star, I believe it's a rank 5 character at level 50. Yep, we got a 550 cable with the recovery node. He's got a little bit of armor, and he has 43,000 health left. So that's quite a big chunk of health to deal with, considering, you know, the characters that we have and the power level that we have access to. So we're going in with the Scarlet Witch. We know that the strategy, if we want to succeed, is to be very, very aggressive. Also, I can't really block many special ones, so we're trying to get out as many special 2s as possible and get the full evade on them. It is possible to evade Cable's special 1, and we do it at some point later in the video. However, it's just something that I haven't got down yet, and I need to spend a little bit more time on. So here we're just trying to bait out the special 2. Just trying to take this match. Well, we need to be quite aggressive as well, but trying to make sure that we don't slip up and make too many rookie mistakes. We got the power flood there, so whenever buffs are coming up, I'm trying to be as aggressive as possible, kind of getting in there with Scarlet Witch to deal as much damage as I can in the hopes of nullifying them. And essentially what I'm trying to race to do to Cable as quickly as possible is get him below that 25% health threshold, because once he is below that, then he no longer triggers his regeneration, and that's exactly where we want to be at. Also, the reason I use the special 2 there instead of maybe waiting a little bit is because of the power drain buff. My power's being fully drained every, 20 seconds. So yeah, I've been trying to time in special 2s like just after he gets a bar of power, because the special 2 has a huge increased crit rate, which gives a really, really good chance to nullify. We mess up a little bit there and take some damage, and a huge amount of block damage from the special 1. As you can see, that's incredibly detrimental. Being such a stacked Cable against such a weenie Scarlet Witch, yeah, we didn't have the best advantage there, but we've almost got him. I think we're just crossing that threshold where he is going below 25%. However, I'm a little bit shit out of luck here. I have like no health left at all, and the next 20 seconds of gameplay, I'm not even too sure how it happens. So we try and play really aggressively there, get out the special 2, we go in for the intercept there, somehow it lands, cheeky backdraft intercept there, and when are we going to be caught out? We just keep on going, get a nice little intercept there, and here it is, the special 2. I just, for some reason, got clipped by his arm, even though I felt like I was quite a bit away from that. So yeah, completely kabam there, guys. I was playing so well. I was about to get a one shot with the Scarlet Witch, but I got completely robbed. So one of the best parts now is, now that we've brought Cable below that 25% threshold, is that he has no regeneration. The ability stops working below 25% health, and he is well below that. He's just below 20%. So I decided to bring in the Iceman, and we've got Luke Cage as well. So I'm feeling pretty confident at this point about, you know, being able to clear my path after having that pretty crazy run with Scarlet Witch. I think we got close to about 100 hits off with the Scarlet Witch there. If we had her at 440 and she would have was Awakened, would have been like a completely different story. That would have been one of the biggest face rolls I've ever seen in Marvel Contest of Champions. But no, having the rank 3 Unawakened Scarlet Witch, we had to work for a little bit there. But anyway, we're going in with the Iceman here. I think I slipped up a little bit on the last combo and made some mistakes, but we're going with the special 2 here. In hindsight, I should have just spammed special 1s. That's definitely the way to go when fighting Cable. But at this point, I was just too excited about trying to get the character down. So just got to bait out special 2 here. I think this one was really, really awkward to get out of Cable. So I'm leaving myself quite open, giving him a lot of opportunities. But yeah, just didn't seem to want to use it. For, gosh, it took 6 tries there to get the special 2 out of him. So yeah, that took a while. If that would have been a Hyperion, we would have been absolutely screwed. Actually, maybe not absolutely screwed, because we do have Iceman and the Ice Armor, so I might have played it a little bit differently if it was Hyperion. There we go, we've got the stacks of Frostbite on. I think those are pretty much going to kill him. Just get the double evade on there, and another 5 combo, and then this fight is pretty much over. It's the parry the first time, but we get it the second time, and Cable is down. The crowd goes wild. Well, Milker 27 is the best player in the Alliance confirmed, and yeah, we're totally going to win this war. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for some free-to-play Alliance War gameplay. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and it's a little bit different to some of the other stuff. If you did, feel free to smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.